Good afternoon, Wakeland. I'm Emma Rasmussen, and you're watching WIN TV Live for Monday, November 2nd. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. And now for today's news. School pictures are now online and available to order. Go to soimagesPhoto.com, click on Client/Galleries, and then enter your student ID number. Orders placed by today will be delivered to Wakeland. Wakeland Boys Soccer is having a meeting to give important information about tryouts. If you are wanting to try out, you must attend this mandatory meeting. The meeting will be held Wednesday, November 4th, after school at 4:30 in the Wakeland Fieldhouse indoor facility. All spiritware that was ordered is now available in the cave. Come by at any time to pick up your order. Attention AP students. The payment window for AP exams has opened. You will pay for AP exams through online school fees. See your AP teacher if you have any questions. If you're wanting to take the AP exam for a course that you are not enrolled in, please contact the campus CCMR facilitator, Ms. Taylor, at taylorst@friscoisd.org before November 9th. Election Day is tomorrow in the United States. WIN TV's Garrett Bohannon is live with government teacher Ms. Jesko to talk about the Electoral College and just how exactly a president will be elected.
Good afternoon, Wolverines. I am joined today with a second time with government teacher Ms. Jesko. Now it is here, Election Day in the United States of America. Former Vice President Joe Biden, along with Kamala Harris, are facing off against incumbent Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence. Right now, we are seeing that over 90 million Americans have already voted, and it is raising some questions about how exactly a president is going to be elected. So, Ms. Jesko, what is the Electoral College, and what is the purpose of it?
So the Electoral College is a way through our representative democracy that votes are actually counted. In its founding, the idea was that electors were knowledgeable citizens that could vote for the public because around 80% of men were literate and 50% women. So therefore, there were people that couldn't read, couldn't write. And also back then, we didn't have radios and TVs and things like that. So news was very slow to travel. So this was a way that we could make an informed decision. However, they were party loyalists as well. So it's still a debated issue on if we need it or not.
Mm-hmm. Now, is there a correlation between winning the popular vote in the United States and winning that Electoral College vote?
Yeah, that's a great question. So not necessarily. We saw in the 2016 election that Hillary Clinton actually by 3.5 million votes won the popular vote. However, we know that Donald Trump won the electoral vote because he's president. So just because you win one doesn't mean that you necessarily win the other.
Mm-hmm. So what is it actually going to take to win this year's election?
The magic number is 270. Candidates are trying to get to 270 electoral votes in order to win the election. How they do that, say, for example, Texas. Texas has 38 electoral votes up for grabs. We get that number because we have 36 U.S. congressmen and we have 2 senators, put it together, 38. So therefore, most states have a winner-take-all system. So let's say 60% of people vote for candidate A, 40% for candidate B, 60 beats 40. So therefore, all 38 votes go to candidate A.
Okay. Now, it has been made clear that it could take a while to find out who won. with a large amount of mail-in ballots. Some states are waiting until the polls close tomorrow to even begin to start counting those ballots. And this could lead to delays in declaring a winner, right?
It could. So we're seeing also, not only with the delay that you mentioned, but also with mail-in ballots and absentee ballots, that political scientists are projecting anywhere from a week to after Thanksgiving, towards the end of the month, to actually have a concrete number. However, I think students can tune in to radio stations, to TV in the morning after the election, and they'll have a pretty good idea, since, like you said, we have seen a huge amount of people actually go in person to vote.
Sure. Now we want to ask you, when do you think the winner of the election will be announced? Go ahead and vote now for today's live poll. And if you have not voted yet, tomorrow is your last chance. Ms. Jesco, once again, thanks for coming on the show today.
Yes, thank you for having me again.
Back to you, Emma.
Thank you, Garrett. The results of the poll will be announced at the end of today's show. Now, for today's COVID-19 update. Today, Wakeland High School reports a total of 2 on-campus student cases, 1 off-campus student case, and 0 staff cases of coronavirus, bringing our total to 3. Active cases and other COVID-19 information, COVID-19 cases over the last 14 days, and 7-day moving average tracker can be found on the COVID-19 dashboard at friscoisd.org/COVID-19. The free COVID-19 saliva testing previously located at Dr. Pepper Ballpark has relocated to Toyota Stadium's Red Corolla lot starting today. Hours remain Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Testing is open to all North Texans, but reservations are required at texascurativeinc.com. Game cancellations due to COVID-19 caused volleyball to have a challenging season thus far. Sasha Hickman uncovers the perseverance of our volleyball team.
The volleyball team is back and better than ever this year, but this time with masks up. Coach Womble and some volleyball players tell us about the changes within the volleyball program this year.
The safety precautions that we put in place are we have issued everybody 2 neck gaiters so that they can have that in easy on, easy off during practices or competitions and stuff like that.
Things have changed, but that hasn't stopped these athletes from being a good team. Sophomores Kaylee Williams and Elise Neiman give us insight on what kinds of things they're doing to be a better team.
The skills that are essential now is making sure everyone's accountable and integrity is good. We just have to work harder and smarter, since now that's all going on.
Some skills are even more important now in these times.
Some of the things that I think are essential right now are the communication that we have on the court, because you can't always hear that well behind the gator. You can't read lips, and there's so many facial expressions that we lose in that.
Since the start of the volleyball season, they have had to make some adjustments, but that hasn't stopped them from being a successful team. Make sure to go out and support them this Tuesday at Memorial at 7 o'clock. I'm Sasha Hickman for WIN TV.
This weekend, our Lady Wolverines took on the Reedy Lions and Liberty Redhawks, putting their win-loss record of the season at 6 wins and 7 losses. Keep up the hard work. Elements and compounds are not the only thing going through transformations this school year in Wakeland's Science Department. Riley Chester profiles a new AP chemistry teacher and how she is shaking things up.
Miss Dotson, a new AP chemistry teacher here at Wakeland, starts off the year with a bang as she conducts a bullet casing lab with her students.
So I did this lab probably for the first time, maybe about 7 years ago. And I actually came across this lab from one of the AP trainings that they do for teachers in the summertime. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is really neat. It ties in so many different things. And I definitely want to try this with my kids. And
so how does this lab work?
Lab where we take the bullet casing and we put it into nitric acid and we dissolve that bullet to determine what the concentration of the solution is so that we can backtrack to what percentage of the bullet is copper.
Not only is this lab a great hands-on experience, but it also provides numerous benefits for the students.
I think that it actually closes some gaps that some students may have about how a lot of things kind of relate with one another. Instead of just looking at one particular concept, there are so many things that are connected.
Overall, it's great to see our new Wakeland teachers educating in an innovative way. I'm Riley Chester for WIN TV.
Thank you, Riley. Attention NHS students. This month's Edpuzzle meeting is now open. Please check your email for the link to this video. Remember, you must complete the Edpuzzle in order to get your attendance. If you are not yet on the NHS Reminds, here are the remind codes. For juniors, the code is at WHSJRS22, and the code for seniors is at NHSSRS 2021. Last Friday, the Wakeland football team took on Heritage. Let's see how they did in the Wolverine Replay.
Welcome to the Wolverine Replay. Let's see how our football team performed in our last game. Following a loss to Denton Ryan, Wakeland defeated Heritage last Friday night at the Ford Center with the final score of 52-31. Senior receiver Jack Mayer and junior running back Jared White both had multiple touchdowns. This week we play Independence Friday at Toyota Stadium at 7 o'clock. Make sure to show your support while staying socially distanced. I'm Cameron Kwong Murphy for WIN TV.
This weekend, the boys swim team came in first place and the girls in second in their meet against Reedy and Magnolia. Cross country had their District 9 5A championships at Warren Park on Friday. The varsity runners will move on to the Region 2 cross country meet on Monday, November 9th at Jesse Owens Complex in Dallas. The girls will run at 2:00 p.m. and the boys at 2:30. The girls are looking to advance to state for the 5th year in a row, and the boys are looking to break the Frisco ISD record for a 9th consecutive year. Congratulations to our Wolverine athletes. WIN TV Sports introduced a new segment called The Field Pass, a talk show that highlights Wakeland athletes. Cameron Kwong Murphy sat down and talked with varsity football cornerback Johnny Kusa. If you missed last week's episode, make sure to check it out on WIN TV's YouTube channel. The results for the poll are in, and it looks like a majority of Wakeland students think we will know the results to this election this week. Follow Wakeland Access and WIN TV on Twitter to stay in touch with what is going on at Wakeland. I'm Emma Rasmussen, and this has been WIN TV Live for Monday, November 2nd. Stay healthy and forever orange and blue. Have a great day, Wolverines.